with the letters. This is another reflection that I have stumbled upon earlier. In the letters, I got so tempted to make clickbait titles. My God. I was so young. 8 months ago. I got so tempted in making these clickbait titles. And I'm glad that I didn't. Or maybe I did, but not as obvious. Yeah, so far, if I try to recall, I didn't. Or maybe my memory is not very reliable and I'm too lazy to look if I did or didn't. But yeah, I was tempted. Also, like the rest of people who make things, I guess. But I'm glad that it's something that I grew out of. Because there was a time when I was thinking, well, maybe this could be a source. If a lot of people click on this, I could earn money from it. But then if I try to zoom out a bit, I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want that to be my life's work. I'm sure there are people who don't mind. I mind. If I were to apply it to myself, I mind. That doesn't align with future me. If I don't want my letters or my conversations and my explorations to reek of the smell of capitalism. I don't. Because I already live capitalism in the physical world. I don't want this to get involved in that. I can make other ways to make money. I just have to use my brain properly, and yeah, I feel like I am sometimes wasting a lot of my brain power because I'm not using it as wisely as I could have. If it can't be helped that I would be categorized as an influencer. Well, I want to I don't want it to be products that I'm influencing people to buy. Like, oh, this lipstick is from Get It, use my code, or this ring is from Get It, this is my code. No, it's not my style. See, that feels so, even to me, when I did that, I could do that in some sense, in like Matrix sort of, but if I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you're smart enough. If I were to still be categorized under influencer and content creator, I would prefer to, of course, this is not something that I always have control of, But it would be nice to be an influencer who influenced people to think in multiple perspectives. It would be nice to be an influencer who influenced people who to ask questions and be interested in the people that they're speaking with, and the minds of, or the intricacies and paradoxes and complexities of behaviors and the minds, with the aim of understanding the next person. That would be a nice influencer in my idealistic mind. I was I have once been accused of being too idealistic for my own good. I want to be an influencer who influenced people to think that as much as the humans are walking contradictories of their own walking contradictions, or walking paradoxes, or something that change and change and change, like I'm a million different people from one day to the next, and as much as humans can be like that, someone who change, of course, if you don't change, you're dead, or may contradict what they just said, or live a life that doesn't really make sense, they can also always have a space for a mind and a heart that works together. Yeah, it would be nice. I hope that's not too idealistic. If it is, then yeah, I sometimes ask myself how I would like this thing to turn out or unfold. And just recently, I mean, a while ago, while I was applying my makeup, I thought, well, let's say I'm already existing in a world that I like, a version of the world that I deeply like and resonate with. How would I behave? How would I behave if there are no wars? How would I behave if I don't worry about being homeless or having no food? How would I behave if I am truly accepted and loved by the people I'm surrounded with? Or anyone really. I can just exist and be loved, and doesn't matter if I don't always wear nice clothes. Or how would I behave if everyone was kind and have and always give, or always try to understand the other person? How would I behave if people operate as if their foundations are kindness and patience and understanding, and yeah, all these things that I believe in, or a vision of the world that feels safe? How would I behave if I already If I'm already from there, how would I think? How would I? So I guess that's how, that would be the guide, I guess. Or I will just start to exist as if I'm already coming from the world that I feel happy with, that I feel safe with, that nobody's really out there to get me. I will just behave in a world where I feel loved and accepted, and I will see how that works. And I'm already living like that, as you can see in my in our previous meetings. I'm already behaving as if I am loved and accepted. Well, there's at least one person who I know that accepts this entity as a whole, and as complex as and as deeply mysterious as it is. And that's someone in my head. So even if it's just an imaginary entity, there is someone that loves me and accepts me wholly. And even just one is enough for me. I don't require a lot, I guess. Is there someone in your life that makes you feel this? Alive or dead or imaginary? Well, whichever works, I guess. I am a living proof that whichever of those three, alive, dead, or imaginary, it works. It serves the purpose. It serves it the purpose. As strange as it may sound, it does serve the purpose. What else is in here? I feel like I am forgetting something. Well, I guess what I said was pretty much it. And should I? And another thing that I would like to say is that because because earlier, I know, not earlier, yesterday I started to notice that I feel like I tied you in a chair and forced you to listen. I would like to say that you're free to go anytime you wish. I guess that's how I will close this thing that has gotten way too long than I intended. This is how I would close the layover lounge era. I hope you're not forgetting that you're free to go. And that even if you decide to go, I will wish you well. I will wish you well, and I wish that you will have the most wonderful everything that you wish for, and that people will welcome you and be kind to you, and be patient with you when they have to. I would wish you that, and that you're always having tasty and warm food that is supposed to be warm. Not warm ice cream, of course. Not warm ice cream. Yeah, I guess now it's time for me to go and leave and walk out of that exit where I can freely sit and think without walls enclosing me or ceilings that are always there. Maybe it's just a field out there, and I don't mind a field or a valley or a hill where I can see a beautiful small town beneath or something. And I can just maybe sit on a hill and look and think and speak and sing and run and watch the skies. Yeah, I don't know what's out there, but I'm sure that it doesn't have ceilings and walls. So you can come if you want. See you, maybe.